It's day number 8 of our 12 days of Christmas, making beaded Christmas ornaments for this little white tree. I know it looks so bare, right? But you know, when we get to day number 12, I'll show you all the ornaments on here and some garland. Some easy garland. So we'll get there. We will. But in each video, I show you what the ornaments look like on the tree. Today we're going to make pixies. Who makes pixie ornaments, right? They have something in common with what I'm wearing. Yes, some of them are pink. Pink, purple, cute little pixies. They're not fairies because they don't have wings. So I called them pixies. And I'm going to show you right now. Let's make some pixie ladies. We need some 2-inch head pins. I have a variety of beads, 16 to 18 millimeter. I have some 10 millimeter pearls and various beads, and assorted bead caps and crystal rhinestone rondelles with an AB finish. Pixies is what's on my mind to make. Start with a 2-inch head pin, some little daisy spacers. These are probably about 4 millimeter, very tiny. We just want to make sure that the bead doesn't fall off. And let's start with this really bright pink. I think you could almost call it fuchsia. It's really pretty. And a rhinestone rondelle. And our pixie needs a little face or head. And this is a 10 millimeter faux pearl. We need a hat, some kind of crazy fun hat. How about this little tiny bead cone? Isn't that cute? Then to finish her off, add a small round bead, that's just 3 millimeter, and we have our first little pixie. This would make a cute earring as well as an ornament. Round nose pliers, just push all the beads down, bend this at a right angle. I trim it down to about 1/4 inch, just like I do with my earrings, because these are small ornaments. And then just bring this flush with the round nose pliers. I happen to know where I like to have it, and then roll back, and then I turn it and finish rolling forward and straighten it out as needed. We will be making hangers for these, but we'll make those at the end of the video. But she's cute and she's sparkly. Let's make another. How about green? I haven't worked very much with green. Let's add a small daisy spacer. Let's move these aside so you can see better. Small daisy spacer. This green bead is from a vintage necklace, and you can see it's not perfectly round. It has a lot of angles to it, so I would call that irregular shape. Let's try a bead cap of some kind here. This could be like a little collar. I think that will work. And then how about this silver bead for the head? That works. And then we need a hat. And I like this one. It has little flowers on it. But you know what? That's not showing up very much. There's not enough contrast between the heads, so maybe I'll use this pearl after all. It's just a slightly off-white pearl. If it were really white, it would be a lot brighter. Now this bead cap for a hat. And add a little bead on top. It's going to look like a little beanie on our pixie girl. Okay, let's go with that. Push the beads down. Bend this at a right angle, trim it back to about 1/4 inch, keeping those beads pushed down. This will spin on you a little bit. Get this lined up, make the loop, close the loop, and we've got another cute little pixie. You have to use your imagination just a little bit, but I see a pixie. Do you see a pixie? Let's make another little daisy spacer. Let's try a purple. And I'm going to go back to the rhinestone rondelle. As we noticed, the hat didn't work very well with the silver bead, so I'm not going to use that. Let's go with a white bead. And what do we want to use for the hat this time? Well, first of all, I'm going to try something else. Let's try this really large bead cap. I'm not sure if it's going to fit down all the way. It doesn't. It doesn't fit all the way, but I think we can work with it. Add the rhinestone rondelle. That's looking pretty. We can go with the white bead or a pearl. I'm leaning towards the pearl. How about you? And we need a hat. What do we want to use for the hat? Do we want this kind of hat, the cone, or the little flower cap? I think I want the flower cap, and I need to get some more out. I have a few more bead caps here, and I haven't tried this one. Very simple. Too simple, I think. We have the cone. That looks cute. It does. All right, I'm going with that. Push the beads down, bend it at a right angle, trim off just a little bit down to about 1/4 of an inch, keeping the beads held down. I've got the beads pressed down. Make a loop. You can face it towards you then and close the loop. I didn't put a bead on top. Sometimes I'm adding a bead on top, sometimes not. I'm just going to go with that. Isn't that pretty? Oh my gosh, pixies, right? Who knew we can make pixies? Let's try this bright pink one again. Now this one we did just the rhinestone rondelle. So let's add that fancy bead cap now, because I really like that. And I'm really liking the pearl. This is a 10mm pearl, so it's larger than most. And then for the hat, what would this look like? Not bad. It's different from this one. And I will add the small bead at the top this time. It's not necessary, it's just another little bit of bling. Press the beads down, right angle, trim it, make the loop, close the loop. I didn't get my beads pressed down all the way, so this is a little bit long. So what I'm going to do is make the loop a little bigger to use up that wire that I have here. I got it a little bit too long. I didn't have my beads pressed down enough. So we've got 2 styles of the pink pixies. If you're enjoying this video, I sure do appreciate a thumbs up, and be sure to comment. And if you haven't done so, please subscribe. And keep watching. There's more. Let's make another. How about another green one? And this time, let's try this bead cap. The pearl. Oh, we need a collar on this one. I'm going to do the rondelle again. I really like the rondelle. Very pretty. And a hat. This one we did the little flower cap, so this one I'll do the cone. These beads are not in great condition. They're vintage, they're used, they're plastic, but this is a really great way to use up some beads that you wouldn't put in a necklace, you know. Maybe not good enough for a necklace, but just fine for this. Let's make one more purple. Oh, I need another pearl unless I go with the white. But I've done all the others now. And the pearls, I think I'll get a pearl. And these are glass pearls, by the way. But any type of pearl will work for this. It's just that it's 10mm. And I have this little bead cap with the little flowers, little pixie cap. And let's add the little bead this time. Cute. So we have 2 purple ones. Aren't those just beautiful? I think they're beautiful. Those are going to look adorable on my little white tree. I hope you were able to pick up a small tree to make these. But as I said at the beginning of the video, any of these could be earrings too. You could make these little pixie earrings. All you have to do is add an ear wire and you have earrings. Just open up one of these loops, one of the 2, connect them, and you've got little earrings. To make the hooks to hang these on the tree, I'm just using 20 gauge wire. It's just craft wire, fairly inexpensive, and I'll have a link below the video. May not be Dries brand, but it will be usable for this project. And of course you need to straighten it out just a little bit. I have a wire straightener here, and I'll have a link for that as well. Some flush cutters, and I'm just going to cut 2-inch pieces. 1.5 would be the smallest that I would go. My tree is so small that these hangers really don't show, so I'm not worried about these being fancy. You can make fancy ones if you want to, but I would save those beads for a larger tree. If I was making ornament hangers that are fancy, I would just put those on a larger tree and make a larger ornament. And if you have larger beads, you most certainly could make these larger too. 6 ornaments, 6 hangers. I have bail making pliers, and I have a link for these. You can use a pen as well. You can always, wrap it around a pen if you need to. But I'm going to start with making a small loop and then a larger loop. So for the small loop, I just line this up flush on the end here, bend it all the way around like this, take it out, and then I like to just turn this upside down and put this in so that it's going to wrap around the large end, flush here. Notice that this is facing up, and I just bend opposite direction of that so that I have a little S hook. I can open this up as I need to fit over my tree branch, and I can close this up as much as I need to. You can close it just with your fingers, or you can use your round nose pliers or a tool if you'd like. So I'm just going to go ahead and make 6 more of these, and I'll put it on fast speed. And just a reminder, I can open this side up larger for my tree branch, just as I can close this up to secure the ornament just a little more. You can even use your fingers. The 20 gauge works pretty good for doing that. No need for anything fancy. It's just the hook. This project is all about the ornament. There we go. We've got 6 cute little pixies, beaded pixies. I did make 2 others earlier, and this one I went with the same color of bead, the pink on the bottom and the pink on the top. Still has the bead cap and the rondelle and the little flower bead cap, and this one I went with the white. I just wanted you to see what these look like as well, because you can just graduate your size. If you have 2 purple beads, use the 16 to 18 here, and then at least a 10 millimeter here. So just want to let you see what it looks like with the white on top versus the pearl, and also what it looks like if you just went with the same color of bead. And we're going to take these over to the little white Christmas tree that I have and see what they look like. You can be one of the first people to make pixie ornaments. Aren't they cute? Thanks for watching. I'm Vicki with Avante Jewelry, and I'll see you in the next video.